This is all women's fault. Women did this. We were perfectly prepared with the societal setup until women said they didn't want to listen to us. They wanted to be sexually liberated. They wanted to run around and sleep with whoever they wanted. They didn't want to listen to their fathers. They didn't want to listen to their husbands. And they want to be out there doing whatever. And then they want to flip and reverse it because they don't want responsibility. The average woman on the street, if you ask her what she wants to do, she says, I want to go to school and I want to go to college and I want to have fun and I want to explore and I want to travel the world and I don't want to listen to a man and I want to go all around the world. I want to go backpacking and I want to go to Dubai and I want to go on a boat. And then when that's all done, maybe when I'm 35, then I want to meet a nice man. Then I want to settle down. When men hear this, we're saying, okay, so you want to run around and sleep with everybody. You want to be a slut. And then you want some dude to pick up and pay the bill at the end. No, I don't want to do that. Any man who is optimized for competence refuses to do that.
Tate has a point that casual hookup culture hasn't made people happier or created stronger relationships. When intimacy becomes meaningless entertainment, people end up feeling emptier despite having more options. But blaming women's sexual liberation for society's problems is oversimplified. The real issue isn't that women have choices. It's when anyone treats people like disposable objects for temporary gratification. If you live an untraditional lifestyle, you can't demand a traditional partner, and this goes both ways. If a guy sleeps around with dozens of women, he can't then demand a virgin wife. Same standard applies to everyone. The solution isn't controlling what women do. It's encouraging both men and women to value meaningful connections over meaningless hookups.
When I was a menace to society, well, I would go out to places and I would stare at people. It was Russian guys, but I ended up beating the kind of like 5 of them. And the boss took out a gun, put it to my head, told me to stop fighting. I said, shoot me, and told me to come outside to talk to him. He told me, I'm not gonna shoot you, I just want you to stop. And he looked me in the eyes and he realized I was a young boy, 15 years old. He pulled his pants, told me, come, I want to talk to you. Tells me, I'm not going to do anything to you, I just want to talk to you. When we went outside, he, let's say, approached me in the wrong ways.
Grab the legs.
And I was like, whoa, what are you doing? My dad kicked me out on the streets when I was 17. Obviously, working with the mafia, he didn't like that. I went to jail. They thought I murdered some people. And I've been to jail like 8 times. But that time, they thought I murdered some guys. And eventually they let me out. So I kind of ghosted the world. But then when I got out, I said, I'm never coming back here. This is not for me. And I said, that's it. I'm done.
Now he's adding Russian gangster fights and guns to his head. This guy's biography reads like every action movie combined. At least he's saying that lifestyle was bad and he changed, which is something. But saying crime is bad doesn't make his other stories credible or erase his current very problematic behavior. Actions today matter more than whatever dramatic backstory he's made up.
Fireblood makes your piss yellow. Like a man. Manly yellow piss. None of that clear water, gay little girl piss. Man's piss. And the reason for that is very simple. We have all of the vitamins, minerals, and amino acids the body can need in one convenient scoop of Fireblood. And like a man, we have made it excessive. Are you the kind of person who's going to take a supplement which tastes disgusting with no flavoring whatsoever? Or are you going to be the kind of man who takes a supplement that tastes like cookie crumble and your pee's not even yellow because there's only a little bit of vitamins in it? Oh, but I've only got my daily recommended allocation of vitamin B12. I'm scared I might pee out too many vitamins. Greta Thunberg will get mad at me for being wasteful. I don't want Greta to come into the gym and beat me up. Fucking gay. My wife and I had our honeymoon in Italy exactly a year ago. Just got an Italian speeding ticket in the mail. 1 year later, LOL. Do I have to pay this thing? What happens if I don't? My wife and I, I've got a wife. My wife and I, we went somewhere a year ago. My wife and I. We're fucking gay though.
Jake Paul is trying way too hard to get a reaction out of Davis, but Tank just looks bored by the whole circus. That's actually the smart play. Don't give someone like Jake the dramatic moment he's fishing for. Still, gotta respect Jake for getting in the ring with Gervonta Davis. That takes real courage regardless of what you think about his antics.
Oh, hell no!
90% of our body is water. When you have direct sunlight on your balls, it raises your testosterone levels by 140%. Holy shit. When you do sprints, you raise your testosterone level by 120%. When you sit in ice, you bring up your testosterone levels by about 350%. Holy shit. When you have women that are crazy about you, naturally your testosterone shoots through the roof because you're ready to mate. People that go to the gym to exercise, they're actually harming their body. Exercising is bad for you. People that are exercising, they do nothing.
So you don't lift weights?
I do lift weights, but very heavy weight. Here, see those lines?
Holy shit.
Pro bodybuilders today, they don't have these lines. Look at that six pack.
Holy shit.
But then most gyms that you go to, they tell you, don't yell, don't lift too heavy, don't slam the weights. Fuck you, I paid for a membership. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm lifting. I took fucking 2 scoops of pre-workout. My brain's about to fucking explode.
So I would go into the forest and disappear for 2 days at a time. So at the age of 6, my mom bought me a cell phone and said, well, you need to have this on you because I need to track you. I don't know where you're going to be. I don't know where you are. We're looking for you. And I wouldn't show up for 2 days. And it was because I was sleeping in the fields. And at night I would howl at, the wolves. It was crazy, but that was me. I was like little Mowgli. So they used to call me Tarzan and Mowgli and all of that. And I was inspired by these movies to be just like them because I felt like we had a lot in common.
This guy is now claiming he disappeared into the forest as a child and howled at wolves like Tarzan? Come on. We've gone from fake cartel uncles to Shaolin monk training to now being raised by wolves in the forest. At this point, his origin story has more chapters than a comic book series.
When I was sitting across and speaking to one of the guys, another guy on the podcast said, I feel scared sitting here next to you.
He said that to you?
Yeah. He's a big guy, bigger than me. Bald guy, tattoos. He's like, I'm scared. Are usually people scared next to you? And I told him, usually they are. And I walk in and I look at people and I'm ready to. It's like when you see a gazelle and she sees a lion. She understands it's a lion. How does she understand the lion could eat her? My energy is so strong and I walk so powerful. I have the beard, the hair slicked back, muscles. That creates like tension in a room. When I walk into a room, people feel it. They feel the power. Anybody. There's a reason for that. Back in the day, a man like that would come in and kill people. So we still, in our mind, subconsciously, we know that that's a dangerous man. People count on him to make sure that there's no danger around. Everybody my whole life counted on me to figure out, is there danger around or is there no danger?
Oh, scary. Oh, shiver my timbers. Shut up, man.
Ain't no motherfucking way. $50, you out your goddamn mind. Bruh, this nigga got me fucked up today. Hold up. Watch how I don't pay for this 50 right now, chat. Got your plate. All right, nigga, look, they probably got my plate about 100 times. It still ain't this shit. Nigga, because I promise you, I don't pay for this shit every time. Y'all niggas be thinking I be lying when I say I'm not paying for these tickets. Watch this. Make sure you show it, Tev. In front of the security, too, nigga. Yep, right in front of that nigga. That's for all the niggas that be saying that, yeah, he got your plate. Nigga, and what? You not finna do nothing. You gotta understand, this is your video game. We are playing GTA. Do you understand that? That means, nigga, I could go on a rampage. I could play the game however I want to play, nigga, right? I plays the game. But there's certain rules I don't got to play by. And if I don't got to play by them, I won't.
This idiot just turned a simple parking ticket into potential felony charges by speeding away. Instead of paying maybe $50, he's now looking at reckless driving and whatever other charges come from his public meltdown on stream. All for content that makes him look like he has zero impulse control. This is exactly how you turn a minor inconvenience into a major legal problem, because you can't handle being held accountable like a normal adult.
How do you know he's really masculine? He scares the fuck out of you. How do you know he's not going to hurt you? He has a system of values that he upholds, and you see his behavior.
A man that is able to hurt you deeply, but still chooses not to. And that is what makes him inherently, powerful.
And that's also what makes him respectable. So the man that can hurt you and chooses to protect you is the man that is truly capable to defend you from the other men, because he is that capable.
Yes, and this even goes back to morality, if you're able to do something but you choose not to, is what actually makes you moral, as opposed to if you are unable to do something and that is why you don't do it, then does that really make you moral? You're just weak. Exactly.
This is actually one of the better takes on masculinity I've heard. Real strength isn't about being the biggest, loudest, or most aggressive person in the room. It's about having the capability to cause damage, but choosing restraint and protection instead. Anyone can throw their weight around and intimidate people weaker than them. That's not impressive. That's just bullying. True power comes from self-control, knowing when to use your strength and when to hold back. This concept applies beyond just physical strength too. It's about having the power to destroy someone's reputation, career, or emotional state, but choosing to build them up instead. Having the ability to be cruel, but choosing kindness. Having the skills to dominate, but using them to protect others.
No girls, no alcohol, no junk food, no drugs, no smoking, no party, no entertainment, no video games, no distractions, no negative people. The Bali time chamber is a new concept that removes everything that's not making men grow. When you enter this place, the only thing to do is train consistently, eat healthy food, do saunas, reconnect with nature, network with other ambitious men, walk to the waterfalls, do ice baths, meditate, read books, exchange knowledge, learn new skills, take time to think and plan the future. This is a life-changing experience that improves the life of many athletes and entrepreneurs from all around the world. Will you be a part of it?
The concept of removing distractions to focus on self-improvement is solid. Cutting out parties, social media, and other time wasters to work on your health and goals makes sense. But I can imagine the price point is probably crazy expensive, and depending on how extreme they take the no women approach, it could develop some unhealthy attitudes about relationships. If it's just a fitness boot camp with strict discipline and no partying, that could be actually valuable.
You need to ask your partner to unfollow an ex that is no longer your partner anymore. I really mean this, that there's a certain level of maturity that is required to have a decent relationship. I didn't say extraordinary relationship, I said decent relationship. And one of them is not having to explain that you having ties to a past partner is a problem to this current relationship because you're bringing that here. And so, excuse me for a second, see this space, it's mine. You're bringing something in here that I don't like. Now the real question is, do you even want a relationship, or is that something you still want in your life? And I promise you, the worst thing that you can do is have to convince other people to do things for themselves that requires common sense. Because then you have somebody who's a liability in your circle. So maybe you should question that a little bit more.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These sites is not facts. It's not facts.
Number one thing to do if somebody cheats on you, remember this, it's really important. They don't get to have a conversation with you. They lost that opportunity. This isn't talk about what happened, why'd you do it. It's very simple. Everything here I'm going to get. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to leave. You will never see me again. I'm going to block you on everything. This is goodbye.
What about some kind of closure though?
There's no such thing as that because you're dealing with betrayal. Betrayal doesn't just make you go, oh, got it, thanks. No, betrayal causes you to see yourself differently, which means that this isn't a conversation that you will resolve with that person. It means that you will transform and then look back at it and recognize the truth of the matter. This is not something they get, and it's not something they even deserve. Because if they get to cheat on you and have a conversation with you, then what's the point? They seem to get all of your time and attention even when they treat you like shit.
I agree. If she cheats,
she belongs to the streets.
What the fuck do you want to get respected for? Take that fucking t-shirt off. Look at the fucking mirror. Is there anything about that shit to respect? Now look inside of your brain. The thoughts you have here, the weaknesses you have here, the fucking excuses you're telling yourself. Do you yourself respect that? So how the fuck do you expect anybody else to respect you? Brother, there is only one way to get respect in this world, and that's first by becoming a man worthy of respect. And you don't become that for people to see. You become that for yourself to fucking see. And when you know that you're a man of respect, trust me, you won't give a fuck if anybody respects you or not, because you won't even notice anybody. And everybody will notice you.
This has truth to it. Self-respect starts with your daily choices and habits. If you're constantly making decisions that harm your future, you can't expect others to take you seriously. But the aggressive delivery that calls you a piece of shit crosses into unhealthy self-talk that makes things worse. There's a difference between accountability and beating yourself up. Acknowledge bad habits without destroying your self-worth.
My thoughts? Nah, bro. Fuck your thoughts, man. I don't fix my fucking thoughts. My thoughts are not real. My thoughts cannot make me move, bro. I make my fucking thoughts move. And what I do is make them move out of the fucking way. Because they are in the way. So you have to understand one thing. You are in your own fucking way. If you can just get yourself the fuck out and just go and do what you need to do, you're good.
He's got a point that overthinking can paralyze you and stop you from taking action. Analysis paralysis is real, but saying thoughts don't control me like they're the enemy misses the bigger picture. Controlling your thoughts is important, but thoughts are also necessary. They help you plan, evaluate risks, and make smart decisions instead of just reacting to everything impulsively. The goal isn't to eliminate thinking, it's to not let negative or fearful thoughts stop you from doing what needs to be done.
Are you in control of your life, or are you being fucking controlled by the people around you? Brother, it's your life. You were born alone, and it's gonna be your death, and you're gonna die fucking alone. Nobody is stepping in your coffin for you. So if you're not living life on your fucking terms, my friend, you are going to fucking lose it anyway in your own way. So fuck people, fuck everybody, fuck what anybody thinks about you, and do you and for the people that love you. Anybody else, don't even notice that they exist, because they don't give one fuck about you unless that fuck is just telling you what you are doing wrong.
The core message about not living for other people's approval is solid. You shouldn't let random opinions control your life. There's a difference between not letting haters control you and dismissing all feedback from everyone. Sometimes people who care about you see problems you're ignoring. The balance is, don't let strangers or toxic people dictate your choices, but stay open to constructive feedback from people who've earned your trust. From fake alphas, toxic behavior, to people making terrible choices. Here's what I want you to take away. You have the power to choose better. You can pursue self-improvement without tearing yourself down. You can have standards without dehumanizing others. You can be confident without being arrogant. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow, not people who enable your worst impulses. Listen to feedback from those who've earned your trust, but don't let random opinions derail your path. Work on becoming someone you're proud of, not for social media validation, but because you genuinely want to be better.